Angry, energized, and exhausted all at once by gun violence across the U.S., thousands of demonstrators gathered in the shadow of the White House to make their voices heard.
Not one more student! Not one more educator!
People came here from across the country, outraged by recent mass shootings at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York, and a school in Texas.
I am just shocked by watching all the horror and the massacres on television, and I also want to do something.
Thoughts and prayers aren't enough. You have to do something. This is kind of a shot in the dark because it's been done before and they still don't listen to us. But the vast majority of Americans want gun control. Why is the NRA so powerful that they don't hear our voices?
The NRA, the National Rifle Association, donates mostly to Republican senators who have, for years, resisted gun control. A bipartisan group of senators in Congress say they are now close to reaching agreement on some proposals, including possibly some expanded background checks and red flag laws, which identify people who may be unstable and should not have a gun. Is it enough?
No, of course it's not. But November's coming, and one of our signs was, children are not replaceable, but senators are.
The March for Our Lives rally first happened here 4 years ago, organized by student survivors of a mass shooting at a high school in Florida. 4 years later, many here are calling for an outright ban on assault weapons, or at least raising the minimum age to buy one up to 21, neither of which has any chance of becoming law this year. But beyond the high-profile mass shootings, large cities with majority black populations deal with day-to-day gun violence, often driven by gangs and drugs.
Recognizing gun violence as an intersectional issue and as a public health epidemic that it is, communities like Chicago will be able to be saved. But we have to prioritize those communities as well because we face gun violence way more than every single mass shooting.
Republicans in Congress say the emphasis should not be so much on guns, but on school safety and maybe arming teachers. But teachers here are mocking that idea, holding signs saying, "How do I lesson plan for a mass shooting?" And "I'm an educator, not a human shield." And while accepting that some legislation on guns this time around is better than none, these demonstrators say their goal now is to put the fear of losing elections into members of Congress. Andy Rosen, TRT World, Washington.